Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to American Falls by Lancyboi. We are picking up where we left off last time. New day has dawned. We are August 2nd. And I figured, you know what? Why work through the night if you don't have to? That's the motto of my life. Happy Friday, by the way. Right? Happy Friday indeed. It's Friday, I'm in love. Man. The Cure. Great stuff from The Cure. Alright, Brad. Get to work. Stop your yapping. How's everybody doing? I hope you had a good week. My week was busy. I think I told you that. You're probably tired of hearing me tell you that my week has been busy. But it has been, and it is about ready to get a done stamp. I think we're going to get a little relief soon at work. Ended up hiring somebody today. They accepted the position. Poor guy. Oh man, no idea what he's getting into. So that'll be nice to have somebody do the dirty work. Isn't that always the thing, right? The new person at work gets to do the dirty work. And you always come up with a good reason why. You know, it's not dirty work. It's a great opportunity to learn. That's why we have you do this. So what we tell them. This is a great opportunity for you to learn the layout of the building. That's why you're going to have the exclusive privilege of delivering keyboards and mice and Jabra headsets and all the PC stuff people order. Think about how much fun that's going to be, delivering stuff that's not for you. Like, I think that's one big reason. Well, there's probably a few reasons, but one big reason why I could not be an Amazon driver. Because I would, or a shipped shopper maybe even, might even be a decent example. Not as bad. Oh, train. Because it's groceries well, it's not always groceries. I guess Ship does a bunch of stuff, but I'm just going to be looking at packages that I'm not getting, and I'm going to be jealous. I'm going to want it. You know? I'm going to be delivering big screen TVs and new electronic gizmos, you know, boxes that say made in California with an Apple logo on them. And I'm just going to be looking at that going, man, somebody's getting a new pair of AirPods Pro today, or somebody's getting a new MacBook Pro, or somebody's getting a new LG QLED $4,000 TV set. Not me. I'm just delivering it. Yay. Lucky me. Speaking of delivering televisions, here's something for you. Actually, let me do this first, I guess. Let me, since we're playing Farming Simulator, so we're going to wrap this contract up. And I took on a liming contract, a decent-sized liming contract. And that's probably going to be it for August, because once we jump to September, we are going to be doing some harvesting. Finally, we're going to be doing some harvesting on this map. We're going to have to think about our harvester. I want our sorghum harvest to be as profitable as possible. And if it takes stinking 2 days, if it takes a full month to do it, by golly, we're going to do it. Then I got, but then I say that out loud and I get to thinking, wait a minute though. Would it be better to spend more on leasing better equipment, get it done faster so that you can hop on more contracts? That actually might be financially or fiscally more responsible. I don't know. What do you guys think? Get the work done faster so you can do more work, or optimize the job and get more out of it. I don't know. Give that some thought. And I don't even know how optimized. I mean, when I say optimize, I really don't want to get one of those 2-row pull behind harvesters. I'm not super interested in that, if I'm being honest. We're gonna scooch over. It's gonna be a little kitty wampus, catty wampus. Is it kitty wampus, catty wampus? Is it kitty corner or catty corner? Yeah, there you go. So going back to the television delivery, my first 50-inch 1080p Samsung TV. All right, I was so happy because I was getting rid of my. Do you remember the? Do you guys remember? Well, first of all, I had a rear projection. That thing was really pretty good, actually. Kind of bulky, but it had a good picture. That was a Yamaha, if I remember right. I bought that at I spent way too much money on it, but it did last a long time. And then I got a, what was the name of that, of those TVs? DLP comes to mind. They're the ones where they actually had like a spinning. There was a component to the television that spun inside that produced is what the light refracted through or reflected through, and that's what gave you your picture. I want to say DLP. And I had that for quite some time. That was a 480, I think, or something like that. But I was stepping up my game. I went on Amazon, and I got a pretty good deal on this Samsung. I still have it, actually. On a 50-inch Samsung 1080p. And I was excited about it. And it was the first TV that I bought from Amazon. I was a little bit hesitant about it because of just the fact that you're shipping a TV. And I worked for UPS when I was a much younger lad, and I know how boxes get handled. I worked for USPS for a summer. I really know how packages get handled. We were doing 3-point layups with these packages, man. I mean, it's an intense place to work. Kudos to anybody who has done that journey. But anyways, so the guy shows up at the dock. I'm at work. I had it delivered to work. I wanted it delivered to work because I didn't want it sitting outside my house. Because it advertised big screen TV. It's like it wouldn't take a rocket scientist to figure out what's sitting on somebody's front porch when they're not home. And of course, this was the days before Ring, before the Amazon locker, any of that stuff. You were just, it was a wing and a prayer. You were hoping for the best. Flip a coin whether or not you're going to get your box or not. So I said, screw that. I'm having it delivered to work. And the place I worked at, it was kind of a small office, so it wasn't a big deal. People did it all the time. So I'm watching the tracking, and I'm like, oh, it's going to show up today. I'm so giddy. Yeah, I see. We're almost full. And yeah, I'm watching that tracking, that UPS tracking. And I mean, to the minute I'm watching that stinking thing. And I see old Brown coming here, the UPS truck pulls up to the dock. So I scurry over to the dock and I'm just waiting for it. And I can see it. I can see it inside the truck. It's, their box truck. And I can see it in there. And I'm like, oh, yeah, buddy. And it looked like it was in good shape. It looked like, there were no high-low or forklift punctures in it, which I was just totally expecting. But it looked like it was in good shape. And So the UPS driver's unloading everything and gets to my box. It's last, I guess, on his grab list. And he grabs that box and picks it up and freaking cartwheels it. Cartwheels it through the box truck. I think it was only one cartwheel. Flings it up on the dock on its edge and just cartwheels it over. And I'm just standing there. And I wanted to say something to him, you know. But I could see the guy. I mean, I got respect. I got mad respect for people that work at these delivery jobs and stuff, because that's a lot of work. Especially when it's hot out, man. I mean, it's just devastating. And if I remember right, it was a pretty stinking hot day. And I think between feeling pity for him working in the excessive heat, I didn't say anything. But I just remembered standing there, and our warehouse dude just looked over at me and started laughing so hard. He just thought it was the funniest, best thing ever to watch my brand new television get cartwheeled from a UPS truck to a dock floor. He just thought that was just the best thing ever. Needless to say, it all turned out fine. You know, I think these companies, at least I'm hoping, but I think these companies realize that things are not treated particularly well in shipping. And, yeah. And they make some effort. And it arrived fine. It was safe and fine and good to go. And I'm going to hit this stinking fence. So we're going to do what we did last time, I think. We're just going to do a loop-de-loop. You know, I think we can come in a different way that's easier to get out this way. Maybe if I remember to do that next time, we'll do that. But it's just devastating. A friend of mine, this was, oh man. I don't see, oh, look at who's on the dock. It's PP Boy. Isn't it? Isn't that who's on the dock? Hey, dude. You, did you go potty before you took your walk today, maybe? It is him. Wow. So, a buddy of mine, and a couple years ago, ordered a, oh man, this was classic. He ordered one of those, instant, what are they called? The hot water heaters, the instant hot water heaters, the tankless hot water heaters. And he was pretty giddy about it, pretty excited about it, because he had like 3 daughters and he just never got a hot shower. I mean, this dude, I don't even think he remembered what hot water was. He would come over to my place and he would wash his hands and he'd be like, "Oh my gosh, is that what hot water feels like? I've totally forgotten." So he decided to invest in a hot water, those tankless units, which are fantastic. They really are. And it showed up. Oh man, I felt kind of bad, but it was pretty funny. It showed up at his house, and it literally had a forklift driver somewhere almost made it all the way through the box. Hit it hard enough that almost drove one of the forks completely through the box into the tankless heater. It punctured the side. It actually had enough force to where it punctured the side of the tank well, I guess it's tankless, so there is no tank, but you get my point. The side of it, and almost indented the other side, almost making it a complete shish kebab job. And I looked at that and I felt bad, but man, it was funny. It's pretty funny. And you just marvel at stuff like that, because the person, you could not have done that and not know. I mean, if you didn't know you did it, then you definitely should not be driving a high-low, because you must be on the old jelly poppers or something, on the old, what they call them on Dragnet, poppers, uppers, yammers. That was always one of my favorite parts about the old Dragnet show, is when they would have, I would search them out, the old 1960s Dragnet, you know, not the black and white one, because they weren't really into it yet, but in the 60s and 70s one, drugs was like a really big, oftentimes a big topic. And they would find some, you know, kids strung out on drugs or something. And the way it was portrayed was just so bad. It was just so bad, but it was funny. And then, what was his name? Not Sergeant Friday, right? Is it Friday? What was his... There was Joe Friday, and I can't remember his little buddy's name. Might have been Chad. Anyways, Joe would be like, yep, looks like we got some more teens strung out on... And then they would just start naming these things like uppers, downers, poppies, yellow dragons. I mean, they would come up... I think they just started making names up that sounded cool. There was this one that had this one kid on there, Blue Boy. I laugh every time I watch that one. It's so bad. It's just so badly acted and so badly done, but it's just classic Dragnet. I'm assuming that show was pretty stinking popular back in the day. I have to believe it was. I went back and watched some of the black and whites of it. I think when were they out? Like the 40s? Those are pretty fun to watch too. Because you can tell that, you know, they're kind of going after some sensitive subjects, but they're, you know, those were the days when you couldn't have a twin bed on TV. You know, there were two singles, like every married couple. I guess married couples just didn't share a bed ever. They all had their own like I Love Lucy kind of deal. But they had to be super careful with like touchy subjects, you know. And you knew what happened. You know, it's like, oh yeah, you know, this poor person, you know, got pillaged or whatever, plundered and pillaged. But they won't say it on there, and they certainly aren't gonna show too much. But those were the beautiful days of innocence. The days of innocence and simplicity. I don't know, maybe. Is that what it is? Yeah, something like that. There was more left to this than I thought there was. I thought we were just a few minutes away from wrapping this up, but you know what we can do? I think it's time to put it into overdrive. So there's a lot of mods came out. Holy cow. I checked the old in-game mod hub today. Let me slow this thing down just a smidgen, so it's not too reckless. But there's like serious amount of maps and mods, and I like the looks of that new greenhouse an Orchard mod, I think by Mr. Hector, I think it was. That looks like it might be kind of slick. I'm going to check that thing out. And one of the maps, I think it was called Palani. I don't think it's Pelegni. I think it's pronounced Palani. That looked like a really nice map as well. A couple other ones there that looked like they were definitely worth checking out. I haven't looked at the Giants forum lately to see how many mods are on deck and being reviewed. I'm assuming the numbers are kind of decreasing a little bit, I would think, at this point, but still no word from Giants on the next version or anything. No idea what's going on. So I guess we just keep playing 22, enjoying the new maps, enjoying the new mods, and we wait to hear from our big brothers at Giants to see what tricks they have up their sleeves. I'm hoping, and maybe I shouldn't do this, but I am hoping that since we haven't heard from them, that they've got something kind of big. We'll see. I'm hoping that whatever the next version is going to have something bigger than Fieldstones. Let's put it that way. No offense, but Fieldstones certainly did not revolutionize Farming Simulator. Maybe they did for somebody. I don't know. Maybe they did. I don't know anybody who thinks that way, but maybe somebody out there was like, hey, Fieldstones completely changed the game for me. We're going to try and I forget. Oh, I think I know how we can get in here and make life a little easier on ourselves. $79%. Hopefully we'll make a little extra cash here on this job. Outside of our contract fee, it'd be nice to be able to rake in some extra coin. We need money. We need money like it's going out of style. Ooh, there's a sign there. And somebody's field we're going over. I guess whoop-de-doo on that. We're just going to come across here, nudge up that silo, swing her around. Look at that. Maybe that'll be better. So Chad is out today. He is out shopping today. For that fence. He's out shopping today he said for some new undies. He needs new undies. He's been dealing with the same pair since he got back to the States. So yeah, he's out shopping for some undies and the gentlemanly stuff. I'm not sure if he's a boxer boy or if he's a boxer briefs kind of guy or tighty whities. I don't know. I gave up on tighty whities a long time ago. Not that you all even care to hear about it. I just don't understand them anymore. That they're not my thing. I like freedom, so we'll just go with that. But But yeah, Chad will be back. Of course, he doesn't have a car or anything, so he's, you know, it takes him a while to do this kind of stuff because he's hoofing it. Oh, that person just got ran over. They didn't seem too interested in getting out of my way, so there you go, buddy. Maybe we'll make enough on this contract to pay for his medical bills. Hey, thanks for the link there, Gen X, to the coffee site. Yeah, that looks yummy. I might be placing an order. I need to get hooked up with. I need to get some hookups with coffee, and I'm probably going to have to just face the fact that it's going to have to be mail order most likely. We do have a roaster. I think we've got a roaster in our area besides Big B. I think we've got another one called Shoals. Is it Shoals Coffee or something like that? I might check them out. I don't know if they roast or if they just sell. But then we've got another roaster. Actually, I just remembered. We've got another one about 25, 30 minutes away from me that's... oh, man, I forget what they're called. I think it's like Brothers. Big Brothers or Brothers something, or Big Boys, or I don't know what it's called. I'll have to check that out. But I think I'm probably going to end up having to do the old mail order eventually. Maybe getting a little Ronco coffee club. Or what was that, the Capital... Do you remember the old record cassette tape CD clubs? You know, 99 cents up front. You get like 10 of them. And you're obligated to buy like 3 or 4 more at full price. I think literally everybody I knew or knew back in high school and college, I don't think any of them ever paid their commitment. I think they all just grabbed the ones you could get for $1 and just called it good. And one dude I knew in college, not only did he just say screw it, because he said legally there was absolutely nothing they could do. I don't know if that's true or not, but he was absolutely convinced that from a legal perspective, they were out of luck. Not that they would come after you that way, but he felt like they had nothing to go on, which seemed weird to me. But not only would he do the old 12 for 1 deal or whatever, but then, you know how then monthly they would send you out the featured artist or the featured album. He would just keep those too until they just finally gave up and stopped sending them those as well. And I think at some point he owed them, I think they were sending him letters, and because it was like 2 or 3, maybe 4 months worth of albums that he received on top of the 12 for 1 deal or whatever it was. They were sending him threatening letters, like he owed him $150, and I think it was like $150, $175, something like this. And he would keep them and put them on his cork board, on his pinup board, or maybe even sometimes on the fridge, because he enjoyed it so much. He like got serious pleasure out of the fact that he was completely screwing the Columbia Records Club. Kind of makes me wonder what he's up to today, you know. Wonder if he took that to the next level. Because I'm assuming the next level might end you up in jail, I would assume, or something. But now that I think about it, I don't even know if I could remember his full name. His first name was John. I remember definitely was John, but I can't remember. I'd have to look at some yearbooks or something. He was a character. He was something else, man. I think we all kind of lived vicariously through him because none of us wanted to go to jail, but we knew that that John would do stuff that would definitely land any of the rest of us up in prison. But somehow he, you know, you may know people like that, that just somehow or other they get away with it. They just get away with it. You don't. It's like over and over again. You wonder, like they go to court and then they come back and they're like, "Oh, nothing. The judge just gave me a $50 fine and told me I shouldn't be doing that," or nothing. Nothing happens. It's like, how do you get away with this stuff, man? Like, I could turn a speeding ticket into like 6 months in prison. But this dude was just amazing. Then I have to think, is it looks? Is it all about looks? Does he just have a look that judges have pity on? I don't know. Man, I'm so glad we get the wide turn there. She's a nice looking tractor. 2 lanes, baby. That's right. 2 lanes worth. Well, as long as we're just doing it, we'll do the full court press across the field here. Nobody seems to care that we ooh, that was a bit rough. Oh, that's a nice way to do it. Right through here. I like that. Nice turn. Easy access. Straight through. Beauty. We should be getting close to wrapping this bad boy up. 94%. I don't think this trailer's going to do it. Negatory. Well, all right, everyone. I got to wrap it up for this episode. We are so close, but we will probably end up finishing this off the next time we get together. And like I said, I've got another lime job waiting for us. I think it's worth some decent money. I think it was like an $18,000 job or something. Yeah, 18.5 over on field 49. So we should end up here in August, 126. After expenses, and maybe we'll get over to the 150 mark. We're gonna have to start looking at our next field that we're gonna want to buy, and keep focusing on expanding our land, expanding our property. I think that's gonna be the way that we're gonna really start feeling like we're raking in some cash. But thanks everyone for watching. I do appreciate it as always. You guys are awesome. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. That'd be appreciated. As always, feel free to subscribe or join and check out our Discord server. All that fun stuff. And if I don't see you this weekend, have an amazing weekend. Have a great rest of your day Friday. Be safe, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. And I'll be seeing you guys real soon. Bye for now.